They want by the end of the year to have in place both a team, of which this is sort of the beginning, and a plan to change the country. A sort of repeal bill and all the stuff they want to blow up at the start if they get in, getting us out of the European Convention on Human Rights, dealing with the Refugee Convention, changing the rules on migration, but also changing how Whitehall works, bringing in more people from the outside, not necessarily having people in the Commons as cabinet ministers, running it a bit more like the Americans, where everyone's a sort of political appointee. I think there are some problems with that in a parliamentary democracy like ours, because a lot of MPs who get elected will then be denied the path to promotion, which will create problems for the reform leadership, a year or two into a parliament. But, at the moment, they're focused on trying to come up with a plan that looks credible, both to people who might vote for them, but also to people who might defect to them from the other parties. And I think, we're still waiting for a major Labour defection. There will clearly probably be some more Tories in the run up to the May local elections. So I think the plan, Farage's sort of vision of all this is that, yes, this should be kind of broadly done and dusted by the end of the year, but I don't think he was sort of saying he wasn't going to start making these moves. And Jenrick's interesting because while he is probably the best campaigner they've got, apart from Farage, that will put him in a prominent role. The Tories also regard their sort of unique selling point as being the economy, where they think they can beat up Labour and Reform, and that Reform will fall into the trap of being too left wing to appease their working class voters, and that will be a problem.